week is just electric.
Game of the week.
Welcome back, DJ Nation. I don't know if you heard, but there's a new #1 team in the country, and it's the Ohio State Buckeyes, baby. Well deserved, the best. Guys, all I know is this week we have a ton of picks, a ton of great games.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into the episode, baby.
Yeah,
What do you say?
Let's do it. As so adequately introduced by Ryan there, Ohio State now the #1 team in the country. We talked about it a bunch on the Wednesday roundup. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. We recapped all the college and NFL action. But we're here to make some picks.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And we have
it's a pick show.
We have a lot. It's a pick show. We have 6 huge games to talk about. These are all marquee games. And then we have a whole lot more on our cards.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't even want to waste any more time. Game #1 on the slate. Big game in the Big 12.
Big game.
Big game for Michael. Kansas State at Texas. Texas -4, over under 50.5. Obviously,
Yes,
starting
sir.
with you. How do we feel here about the Longhorns? They are ranked 7.
We
in
are
the
ranked
rankings.
7.
Real quick, before we get into it, is Quinn
What?
playing so we all know? Do you
Still
know?
questionable.
Still questionable.
Still questionable.
Okay. Just
It
wanted to
hasn't
get
been
that out
announced yet.
before we-
Hasn't been announced yet. But actually, quickly to touch on that, Malik Murphy last week
He looked good.
clearly didn't do a whole lot of we weren't super pass dominant. But I mean, hey, he threw for 64%. He threw 2 touchdowns, and I really can't ask for much.
He did what he had to do. I mean, your running game is elite.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Jonathan
dude,
Brooks is a
Jonathan
beast.
well,
Jonathan
not
Brooks
only
is
him,
all-
but
Yeah.
Blue, I'm blanking.
Yeah.
Jane Blue. Jane Blue is also a great 1-2 punch. I mean, he averaged 11
boy,
yards.
Blue.
Yep, you're my boy.
You're my boy.
BYU just
Yeah, no, they absolutely got ran through. But my mindset for this week going forward till the end, job ain't done, job not finished, right?
not
So
finished.
we have a lot to hope for with some people losing in the Pac-12, whatever, so on and so forth. We have to win.
Yeah.
So we have to make our games count, and then all the other stuff can roll into place. But it starts with us, so let's get cooking.
Yeah, you got to take care of
Let's
business
get
in a
cooking.
convincing
Yep.
way. So I'm guessing
Yep.
the pick you gave there was
Oh,
Texas.
I mean, I have to hook them. And
Hook 'em
then-
horns.
You have to
Hook 'em horns. Not only that, but we're gonna go under. Just like last week, I think if defense can control the tempo and the time of the game, I think it's gonna be an under.
And you
I think
run the
it's
ball
gonna be
a lot.
very very run heavy and crunch the time down.
Mario,
Bang, bang, bang.
are we hooking them horns with Mike?
I mean, it starts with Texas and it ends with Texas this week.
hope.
Kansas State +4 is going to be my pick.
I love the haters. I love the
This
haters.
isn't even a hate pick.
No. It is. I hate. I love it.
Reigning Big 12 champions.
and a ranked team, the
No,
22nd
please.
best team in the
No,
country.
please. Hate.
Okay,
Keep-
so
keep
anyways,
hating.
can I talk?
Yeah, please. No, continue.
Okay,
please.
okay,
I
okay.
beg
Continue
I
to
beg
hate.
of you. I beg of
Continue
you.
to
I
hate.
beg of you.
Yeah.
I'm begging.
No, if Quinn was healthy, this would be Texas easy for me. But whether he plays and he's not 100% or if it's Malik Murphy, I think Kansas State's easily going to cover this. Texas can still win this. You know what I mean? They can win by a late game field goal. Win by 3, 2, 1, whatever.
Yeah.
I think this game goes over 50.5. I think it's going to be a good game. So yeah,
So yeah, Mike gave out Texas and the under, and you're leaning Kansas State
in the over.
in the over.
Yeah.
So you're
does
with Mike.
does not agree with me.
So you guys are, I'm assuming,
No,
gonna
I'm
watch.
on the
No,
same
I
boat
mean-
as Mike.
Same boat as Mike.
Same boat as Mike.
Same boat.
I'm
Just
assuming you're gonna watch the game together.
Yeah.
Enjoy it together.
Yeah.
Sit next to each other.
We'll see.
Root for Texas.
I don't know if I can
I
beat
love
Aaron.
nothing more than betting against Texas.
I
I've made a
know.
lot of money
I
betting
know.
against Texas this year.
I'm aware.
But this week, I actually love Texas.
Hook 'em
Texas
horns.
-4, I think, is free. It's a home game. I think the 7 ranking is where they should be. And it's discouraging from the fact that you'd obviously love to be higher. They'd love to see Oklahoma up there. We talked about this on Wednesday. But 7, you are not out of it. A lot can change. Home game against a ranked team. I mean, Mike's right. They got to make every one of these count. They go, if they blow out Kansas State, they play ranked games, then they handle business against Oklahoma. Their strength of record and strength of wins can go up again in these ranked matchups. They have to capitalize here. If they don't win this game convincingly, I do think their season's over. Just even if they win the Big 12, it's like you don't have enough good ranked wins. This is one of the few they have left. So they have to take care of business.
This
I
has
think
to-
they do it at home, especially after Oklahoma losing. They need to make a statement.
Yeah.
They can't just rely on beating Oklahoma. So yeah, I think Texas -4 here is a free one. I think this game stays out to have a touchdown.
Yeah. First off, foremost, I love the over in this game. I think it'll be a points galore on either side. Kansas State has been punching people in the mouth. They've been scoring a lot of points.
Yeah.
I was off Will Howard. I bet his under in the first 4 games of the season. On fire. Absolutely been destroyed. Kansas State has been scoring 1 million. I've been covering 1 million. Hasn't been great for me. But I'm going to hammer Kansas State +4. Just easy pick here. Nothing crazy. This line should be bigger. Texas is the better team. Just easy +4. And bye-bye Texas. Season over.
Wow.
It's fine.
Bye-bye,
It's fine.
Texas.
I mean,
Tate,
I can't say anything.
Are you waving goodbye as well?
I actually love the over here too. I think these teams are gonna have to score. I think personally, Kansas State is going to score a lot. They, like Ryan said, they've been punching people in the mouth, rolling people over, like rolling the last
Reigning
couple
Big
teams
12
over.
champions. That's like the most slept on thing ever.
Yeah.
I feel like no one remembers. They beat TCU last year.
No, and
And TCU still got in, so everyone's like, oh, whatever.
So their
Okay.
offense is rolling right now. I think they continue to roll. And if Texas is going to win this game, which I think they'll absolutely keep this game close, then they're going to have to score points too.
Yeah.
So the over is love this bet. But
my
I think
favorite.
Kansas State can easily stay within the 4. Texas can still win the game, so I'm going to take Kansas State +4 and the over of 50.
Mike,
Can I just?
I'm the
really-
only one riding with you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Really quick, I just want to explain why I have the under.
Again.
Again. No, but it's actually because I think I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. A second reason for why I'm taking the under. God, you're so rude.
Why don't you just repeat yourself?
No, I'm not going to repeat myself.
Where are you going
but
in this game?
I think this is the time that we strap up and strap in, right, for the rest of the season. That starts with containing mobile quarterbacks because we really haven't been able to do that. Avery Johnson was able to, I think he rushed for 2 touchdowns and 90 yards last week. I mean, it starts with this, and that's why I'm taking the under, because I believe we're able to kind of turn it around, contain these mobile quarterbacks. We couldn't contain, Milroe, we kind of contained and got the win, but he was still able to run and do some damage. So that's why I'm taking the under.
Gotcha.
To give more.
Did you want
backstory
to?
that.
Do you want to go ahead and repeat any of that?
No. But I mean, I'm more than happy to if you'd like me to.
Who are you taking in this game? No, I'm just joking. No, I like it. I'm riding with you. Go Texas. Hook 'em horns.
Okay.
Next game, big game. Well, kinda. I mean,
Was a big game.
On paper.
it's on paper. This should be one of the games of the year. Of course, it is not. Everything's falling apart.
Vegas is confusing us though.
Notre Dame. Yeah, it's a Vegas line, so we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, it's a
Notre Dame
Vegas line.
at Clemson. Notre Dame -3. Totals 45. This should have been one of the games that I circled on the calendar. Big week for us.
Huge.
We are 4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Uncircled.
That's not
We
good.
lost another one last week in just classic Dabo fashion. I mean, 2-4 in the ACC now. We're in the bottom half of the conference. Things are
bad.
unraveling for us. We should be favored against no one. Ever. Not even a close spread. Notre Dame's only a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
Notre
It's
Dame.
at Clemson.
Yeah, and no one's gonna be at the game. I mean, I'm telling you, I went to Clemson. I have a lot of friends, season ticket holders. People are not showing up for this game. This was gonna be one of the big ones people traveled to. This was Florida State. I mean, our home schedule this year was great. You look at it preseason, you're like, wow, we got lucky. No one's coming to this game. The fans don't care. People are freaking out, and this spread's only 3. This is a Vegas line if I've ever seen one. We should be favored against no one. We win this game outright.
Okay.
We win this game outright.
Oh.
Let me tell you right now, Clemson should be favored against no one. We are bad. We're only 3-point dogs
Preach.
at home.
So you're not favored.
Preach.
There's no reason. No, but like, if this line was, if this game was in a neutral field or something, this should be Notre Dame -15.5. Like, we suck. We're not good against anyone.
Yeah.
We
But
lost.
it's a home game.
Bro, we are so bad. We are.
Dude, you guys played Florida State close, and you guys are so bad.
That was when we were like maybe not terrible.
Now they're
Same team. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Same
but if we
team.
won that game, then
What?
we were very much in the mix. If we beat Florida State, our only loss is week 0 or week 1. Run the table, you're in the college football playoffs. That's what happens. Clemson outright. This one is free. Should be more like 50-point spread. It's not. I mean, you have to hammer this number. You have to hammer this number.
Yeah, I learned my lesson last week, unfortunately. Having Clemson -10.5, I think they lost by over whatever they lost by. It was bad.
7. I
Lost
think.
by 7.
Yeah, whatever it was.
10-point
It was
favorites.
huge pain. I'm just going to take the better team in this one, the better quarterback,
Go Tigers.
the better everything, and then -3. Unfortunately, I don't want to take it. I won't be betting this on
I know.
my thing. What I will be betting, though, is the under of 45, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clemson will keep this game close. So why the spread is so close? Because of their defense. Because Sam Hartman will get contained, and their offense has like a disability to score. Like it's that bad. Like they literally can't score to save their lives.
Top 5 in the country in red zone trips.
Yes. And then not in the top 125.
120th in points.
Yeah, perfect.
120.
So I think that love the under in this play. I think it's like a close 2017 game, but if I'm gonna lean aside, just never take Clemson ever again for the rest of the year. It hurt me too much last week. So yeah, under Notre Dame.
Take the money line. Tape.
Oh, this is such like they're begging you to take Notre Dame.
They
It's
want
such-
all the money on
they
Notre
want
Dame.
you
I mean, 100%
so
the
bad
handle.
to take Notre Dame.
100% the
Like,
handle.
but is this the week that Clemson is just like, okay, I guess we'll show up this week and not be 123rd in the country in scoring points?
Put
in
it
the
this
red
way, something that has not happened since Dabo took over, Clemson below 500. We're 4-4. So if we lose this week, it would be the first time in over a decade.
I mean, I did.
Okay, this is not on my card, but since I have to make a pick on this show, I'm gonna take the Clemson Tigers plus the 3.
Wow. Let's go, baby. Give me
love
some. Yeah, the handle Ryan asked, 85% of the bets and 79% of the money are on Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So
With that, I love walking in large crowds because, it's fun to just walk like a...
Stop.
No, I love walking in large crowds.
What is it?
It's
Because
fun.
it's fun. What's fun about?
Because you're riding with the public.
I'm riding with the public.
He's riding
Exactly.
with the public.
Bang. Notre Dame minus 3.
that's sharp.
Yeah.
That's sharp.
It's like all of us just mob mentality.
bunch of minnows.
Yeah, we're just...
Imagine there's a lot of mics. Just a bunch of little Michaels just in
It's
a
like the
crowd.
league,
dude,
the
can you
league guys
imagine?
are just floating.
little me.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
No,
Dude, yeah,
love
if I had like 350 clones, that'd be so lit.
All right, but
This world would have burned.
Notre Dame minus 3.
Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Mario, how do you
Notre
feel?
Dame minus 3 and the under.
Under.
Over under is a little tricky for me. I'm probably not gonna pick a side for the total, but I'm just gonna lifeline Notre Dame minus 3. I mean, and I hate to do that against Ty's team.
Pretty much right there
It's the
with
joke
you.
of a line. Like, there's just no way they have to kill him.
No, like I'm such a fish, but I'm
spread
so
minus
happy
17.
being a fish on this game.
Swim.
Notre Dame's gonna win by double digits.
They should.
Yeah.
They should win
No,
by 50.
yeah, they should.
No, they won by 17.
I think
It's just so sick.
it could go under because what Ryan said. I think Clemson's defense will show up. I think first half will actually be very respectable. You guys could even maybe potentially be leading by like a field goal or something. I just think as the game goes on, like for one quarter you can hang in, 2 quarter by
Then Cade starts throwing
third,
picks.
you know,
and
exact
loves
fumbles.
He
in
loves
the
Well, you
wall.
guys are due for 1 turnover. That'll give him a short field. Sam Hartman, like eventually there's just gonna be too much for Clemson to handle, unfortunately. So just Notre Dame minus.
Wow. That's going to be an electric game. The next game, a big game in the SEC.
Big game.
Big
love-
game in the SEC.
Yeah.
UGA, Georgia at home against Missouri. Georgia's favored by 15.5. The total is 54.5. This is Georgia's season on the line right here. If Missouri wins this game, they take control of that division in the SEC. They control their destiny to the SEC championship. Georgia no longer in the driver's seat. They got bumped out of the number 2 ranking, or number 1 spot. They're now number 2.
And they got to go to Ole Miss next week.
Yeah, Mario, I'm going right back to you as an SEC guy here. Is there any shot Missouri pulls this upset, or is it easy to stay in the number, or is this one of those like, hey, Georgia big game, they roll?
For me personally, just watching Missouri play and Georgia play this year, I think Missouri comfortably will stay in this number. I just think this is way too many points to be giving to be giving Missouri. Georgia they always get these big spreads, and they just never look convincing, especially with Brock Bowers out now.
Yeah, I mean, they rank Missouri 12. Missouri is.
I know they ranked
very
them ahead
much-
of LSU.
Yeah, they're
which
very
makes
much in the
sense. They
mix.
have only 1 loss, but
Yeah.
no, dude, I think there's a legitimate chance Missouri can outright win this game.
Wow.
Yep.
In
Legitimate
Athens.
chance.
Yep.
Holy crap.
But
Yep.
just give me Missouri plus 15.5. I will be placing a large wager on that.
Wow. Mike, sounds like you're in agreement.
I am going to save this for later.
Wow. Wow. All right, well, I
I love
guess.
that. No, I love that.
He's never picked a college big game
Oh.
in his
It
life,
is
and he's saving this
Oh,
for
shit.
later.
Actually,
We're not ready.
I might mortal this as well.
Oh, y'all are gonna have fun with me this episode. Come
Oh, by
on.
the way,
I might switch.
by the way, I was about
gonna
to
have fun.
mortal in this
It's gonna have
game
fun.
the over 54.5. It's not my mortal. I changed it.
But that's on your card.
But I'm also I forgot to mention I'm all over this over as well.
Oh, no one's talking.
No. This isn't my mortal.
Oh.
Just to say that.
Oh.
This isn't my
You
mortal.
can talk about
Oh,
the
okay,
game.
all right. If it's not my mortal, then
And no one cares. An upset.
Okay,
you
all right,
can
I'm
just
sorry.
plus 15
I'm sorry.
Later, talk
You
about it.
can talk about it later.
Okay,
talk about it
Talk
later.
about it.
Let's do
all right,
Talk about it later.
all right.
Yeah. Holy crap! It sounds like it's Mike's upset. I don't care. This is a Georgia domination. This is another game very similar to last week.
Last week I was all over Georgia.
Very similar to last week.
Yeah.
Also very similar to when they played Kentucky. These lines have all been in that 15.5, between 16 and 14 number, where they have Georgia outside of 2 touchdowns and everyone goes, oh my God, they're playing a ranked SEC opponent. Georgia's barely covered spreads. The only spreads Georgia's covered are these lines. The lines against ranked SEC teams outside of 2 touchdowns. This is
The best
exactly
team
what
they've
happens.
played so
77% of the money, or 77% of the bets, 70% of the money on Missouri. Everyone's gonna be on Missouri here. Too big of a number. This is a hammer spot, same as last week. Georgia rolls in the spot, absolutely rolls. They're gonna walk undefeated into the SEC championship.
Really quick, was South Carolina not ranked when Georgia played them?
Heck no.
No,
They
it's not.
weren't? Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
All right, never mind.
No.
Carolina's never been ranked.
Never mind.
South Carolina lost week 1 and has not looked back. They won 2 games
Good
this
times.
season.
Good times.
Spencer Rattler's
No,
been.
no, good
You're a
times.
big South Carolina guy. You keep bringing him up. Like, good,
I mean,
good program.
No, I mean, you went to Clemson. I support the state that Clemson's in.
Now it's like the worst thing to support.
It's
too.
literally
Like,
Clemson's worst thing.
Like the worst, number one. In
The
the
mortal,
Conference.
yeah, they're
You
No,
see-
no, no,
USC.
but the state, right? South Carolina.
Gamecocks.
He's a rider, guys. He's
Yeah,
a rider.
no, no.
That does not mean you're a rider,
You're
right?
right.
It's
No,
not
You're
a
right.
rider.
You're right.
support.
Mike's
No,
a
I'm.
rider.
Mike, this is the
You're my best
anti-ride.
friend.
Mike, it's the
I love
anti-ride.
you.
I
No,
love
no,
this.
this
You
is
love
me
him and you want to
riding.
ride.
I'm riding.
I love this.
I'm fully riding.
Jesus Christ.
He's fully.
Mike
I'm
does
fully
not know
riding.
how, I mean,
So Georgia.
Georgia, easy.
Wow.
This is so easy. Anyone who makes a pick other than this, I'm sorry, you're just a fish. I'm sorry. This is a fish.
I'm a
This
fish,
week
I
I'm-
swim.
Ryan,
Yeah.
are you swimming?
Swim. So Michael said he couldn't talk about this game. Gave me a heart attack.
Oh, no, it's not my mortal. Don't worry.
Gave me a heart
No, it's
attack.
not my mortal.
Because
He's not in the parlay.
Because
Yeah, that's awesome.
I
It's
cannot
not.
talk about this game.
Oh, my God. My G.
What?
No, my G. Hey,
I actually,
I
unlike
like
Michael,
you.
I actually have to save this for later.
I like
Oh,
you.
God, I hope-
I like
love
you.
that.
I hope you're on
I
the
like
side.
I
you.
actually have to save it for later.
I like you.
Oh, no. I'm scared. All right, Tate, go.
I
love that. What do I do?
This is kind of like it's a little bit like the Clemson game. It's like you shouldn't be giving Missouri a ranked opponent this many points, right?
No, they should though.
There's a lot of points.
I know it's a lot of
Because they've covered this every time. So why not? Against these ranked teams.
But everyone's still betting Missouri.
yeah.
They want the
Yeah.
handle on Missouri.
Well, because Missouri routed
Yeah, but
Kentucky.
Missouri's got to be the best team they played.
They are the
By a
best
mile.
team
For
by
sure.
a mile.
Yeah, like Georgia last week.
It was easy. It was easy.
I'm sorry, Florida.
No,
when
Florida's
they played
terrible.
Florida.
Florida's
Yeah.
terrible.
Florida's
No, I know,
Wait,
but,
wait,
it's, but it's like 1 or 2 points different.
Yeah,
And one of them is
what, the
one team
spread?
is
Spots better.
significantly better.
I know. Just so
I
sad.
do not like the way you're agreeing with.
Give me
these lines.
Georgia.
This,
Georgia's gonna roll
yes.
them
What in
over.
the
That's
world?
that is the bet. That is
Georgia's
the only
gonna
bet.
roll them over. There's just no other outcome of this
There's
game.
no other outcome.
No,
Georgia
Georgia can win. Georgia can win.
No, because
They can win.
Because a smart coach goes, okay, you have one of the best, probably a top 5, if not top 10 receiver in college football in Luther Burden.
He's
You
gonna
just-
lock down.
You just
matter.
double him, and that
Doesn't
team
matter.
is gonna get exposed.
Georgia's thing
Kentucky
is they always take away the best
held
player.
Luther Burden to 2 catches. Missouri won 38-20.
They do have other
Well, that's
wide
because
receivers
Kentucky
on the team.
sucks.
Yeah, you're not scoring 30
It was a
points.
similar spread. Kentucky, Georgia.
Kentucky scored like 2 touchdowns. But all right, we're split all over the place. Mike has an upset coming up, and Ryan's got a mortal. So I'm sure we'll be revisiting this game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Next one.
I love this.
We got to move on. I mean, these games are so electric because we could talk about this forever.
Oh my
Oh,
Next
come into
game.
my home.
Oklahoma at
into my
Oklahoma State. Another massive game. Oklahoma's minus 5.5. The total is 60.5. Tate, I'm going to start with you. How do you feel here? Oklahoma, I mean, depressing loss for them last week. Is there any? Do they bounce back here?
Dude, it's kind of weird. Like, is it Mike Van Gundy? Is that the Oklahoma State coach?
Van Gundy, yeah.
Van Gundy, yeah. I mean, the guy's
Oh,
low-key-
Gundy.
Gumby.
No, it's not Gundy.
Gumbo.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Jambalaya.
legendary coach.
Mike Gundy, yeah.
Mike
It's
Gundy,
not
yeah.
Van Gundy, it's
not,
Gundy.
Okay, it's not. Sorry,
Mike
It's not-
Gundy.
It's Mike Gundy. Yeah.
Mike
Okay,
Gundy.
me a broil.
legendary
Oh my
coach.
Having a little too much
Look
fun
at
over
him.
here.
You
What are
said
you
Gundy,
doing?
and he
Oh my
freaked
God.
out.
He's just talking about cuisines.
What?
He said Gundy, I said Gumbo and the jambalaya.
What?
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Dude,
Mike said,
Sorry,
Mike said gumbo, and then
Guys, it's a big show.
It's a big
and then
show.
because he said gumbo, he said jambalaya, which is just
so he made himself laugh.
yeah, jambalaya.
He made himself laugh.
That's hard.
Look at jambalaya.
There's no way this guy's laughing this hard.
All right.
It's a big show. What do we do? Let's make some takes.
Tate, sorry.
Here I am.
What
sorry.
game were we talking about?
How'd you
again?
stop laughing so quick?
That was actually
No,
You
wait.
stopped. Did you see? So, I hope that's on. I hope we got that because you were just dying laughing. I go Tate and you go, yeah, yeah. It's a big show. Tate, go
All
ahead.
right, pick.
All right, game we're
Oklahoma,
talking about.
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
State.
Oklahoma
yeah,
State.
Okay, yeah.
Coach, you're talking about
Mike Gumby. I mean Gundy.
Mike Guttenby.
I got him.
Got it. Just keep going. Just keep rolling.
Hey,
gotta
give
move.
me
It's a big
Oklahoma
show.
State plus the points. They're a really good team at home.
Just keep turn around.
Oklahoma might have actually ruined their entire season. I'll just take the points in a close rivalry game.
Turn around.
Yeah,
Ryan, go ahead.
I love Oklahoma here. It's going to be a murder bounce back game. Dylan Gabriel's going to show why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and the defense is going to strap. Little minus 5.5. This is going to also go under. It's a weird game for both teams. 6.5 is way too many points, but I like Oklahoma on the under.
Oh, you like the under there.
It's too many points.
There's a lot of points. Yeah, I love Oklahoma here. I was on Oklahoma last week. They let me down. I think they right the ship. Oklahoma had a lot of chances to win last week. Venables took full responsibility for not calling timeout on that fourth down, where they could have ended the game. They set their defense, not let Kansas get the first down. Game's over. He didn't call a timeout. They got a first down, kicking the field goal to win. So, or they scored a touchdown. They let them score a touchdown.
Yeah,
they let them score so they can get the ball back. Yeah, it was actually I love the coaching play there. But either way, I think Oklahoma bounces back here. They're still very much in the mix. So yeah, I like Oklahoma minus the 5.5.
This is my conference, clearly, Hook 'em Horns. And this is actually going to be my mortal, so I'm actually going to be saving this for later.
Oh, I love that.
Wow, back-to-back games.
this
you
is
can't talk about.
Dude, what is going on?
No, this is the most electric mortal
Mortaling
week
a
ever.
team in your own.
I love that. I love that. Mario, how do you feel?
I don't love this game. No, this isn't gonna make it on my card. I'm just leaning on Oklahoma minus 5.5.
This is Mike's jambalaya.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma State stays within the spread. I'm just gonna go with the better team, better defense, like Ryan said. I do kind of like the under, but like I said, this game won't make it on my card.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. Wow. So we back-to-back games. We have a Ryan mortal, a Michael upset, and then a Michael mortal. And we've only went through 4 of the marquee games. That's crazy.
This is a week.
This is a
This
week.
is a week.
This is a week. Next game. This is a Pac-12 showdown.
this is a show.
This is a Pac-12 showdown. Washington at USC. Washington's favored 3.5 on the road. The total 76 points.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, is that a big total?
Yeah.
Points.
Oh my god, you need 40 to 40 to hit the over here. You know, like so 40, but one of the teams in the 40s, like high 30s. It's easy. This is crazy.
Cal can do it.
I mean, obviously we're starting with Tate. We always start with you Pac-12 showdowns. This is the week for Washington. I mean, if they pull this one out, they are pretty much in the Pac-12 championship. Because USC is still, if USC wins this, they're very much in the Pac-12 championship mix too.
Yeah.
How do you lean here?
This is the classic look ahead. Everyone's gonna be all over USC because it's like their home game. They're finally like, oh yeah, Washington's been struggling a lot. No, Washington will.
You say everyone's over SC?
Everyone's gonna be on SC.
Yeah, 88% of the bets on Washington.
Everyone's on Washington.
Wow.
So-
it's only minus 3.5.
Not only were they not on USC, actively all over Washington.
Then I'm gonna swim with the fishes because USC's defense is the worst defense on earth. Plus, there's nothing I love more than betting against my least favorite team in college
Yeah.
football.
So you're going
Washington and the over. It has to go over.
has to go.
No, it
There's
does.
no way anyone would
Washington
put that
will
line at
score every time.
76
has
for
to
it to
go
go
over.
under.
Has to go over.
That's
Ryan?
Facts. That was a good
Yeah, I'll start with the over. I love the over. I will not be betting against any USC. Like
It's a
overs.
smart move.
It's just always goes over.
yeah.
But I know the Pac-12 like the back of my hand, and this is the time where Washington folds. SC and
Ooh.
Caleb Williams are
You're
gonna-
betting on
are-
SC.
Correct. Gonna go crazy. I told you, I've been sharp in the Pac-12.
Wow.
I've been sharp in the Pac-12, and I don't miss, and I don't bet on USC ever. But I'm telling you right here, this is a perfect spot for them at home against a Washington team that's just waiting for a good quarterback to beat them.
Oh, Tate's laughing at him.
The USC's trash.
Ooh,
They have
so bad.
I haven't seen Tate laugh
And
at a
their
Ryan
defense
pick all
is
year.
terrible.
He's a Bruin.
Cal
I picked
Berkeley is not a
every-
football school.
Did they win?
They
or
should
did
have.
they
They
lose?
should have beat him last week.
Did they win or lose?
Cal lost.
Arizona State should have beat Washington. Arizona should have beat Washington. Stanford could have beat Washington.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
And so coulda, woulda, shoulda is our fun game.
Oh, he
but
cut it off early.
whoa, whoa.
I wanted to see him get into it.
kinda rude.
USC,
I want- kinda
USC
rude.
plus 3.5 is a good pick here. This line should be way bigger. They know that USC is going to play a great game at home. Caleb Williams is going to have his I'm back game. Put me number 1 and let me pick my team. And I love USC here. Love it.
Wow. I just got excited. I mean, I've never seen Tate push back on Ryan before.
No, I know.
They're usually the most riders I've ever seen.
Penix is the better quarterback this year by far.
Ooh.
And Washington is the better defense by far. It's not even close.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Washington's way better. I love USC here.
Yeah.
I love USC. This is a fade the public spot. I'm surprised you thought everyone's going to be on SC as the home dogs after SC has played a trash
Terribly, yeah.
last month.
Absolutely atrocious.
They're October.
Well, so is
Has a-
Washington. So is Washington.
Washington hasn't lost. Washington in
They're
October.
the 5 teams.
Actually, that's a
number
good
5
point.
team.
They've
No,
been playing like trash.
No. I mean, they've been playing like trash. Their October included beating Oregon, a 7th ranked team,
Yeah, outside
and
of that game,
staying
yeah.
undefeated. So if that's trash, sign me up for that because SC's trash has included 2 losses.
Clearly, that's not trash.
That's what I mean. Yeah. SC's,
Every game they played after Oregon has just been miserable.
they're winning. All you got to do is win. If they win the Pac-12
No, they've been
undefeated, they're in.
winning,
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I actually think Washington wins here, though. So I'm riding the line.
Pretty sick.
I think all the money is going to be Washington spread, and then the people betting USC are going to bet the USC money line. So I don't think anyone's going to cover that gap. I think the books clean house this game. So I love SC plus the 3.5. I will be betting in Parlay's Washington money line, and I like the under 76. All the money's also, I think, going to be on. I think all the bets are going to be on the over. I wouldn't be surprised to see the money on the under, though. I think this is a really sharp spot. They keep raising the SC line because they never miss. I could see this as a spot where they go under. So obviously, anyone who's like bet SC overs, it always hits. I'm with you. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a card bet. It's not like a heavy bet. A 1 unit on the under as well.
Yeah.
I am going to read off the top of my line on my notes, which is don't listen to me. I need Washington to lose. I'm betting with my heart here. I'm going to bet against Washington until I die, pretty much. So, or until Texas overtakes them in the ranking. So, whatever comes first, USC plus 3.5, bang.
Wow.
Wow. I'm really surprised. I thought I'd be all alone on this. Yeah, something about this game, like 2 weeks ago when I looked at it, I just had a weird sense that, like, I liked USC in the spot.
Yeah.
And as the weeks have gone on and, like, they haven't, like, looked convincing, for some reason that just makes me, like,
More convicted.
want to bet USC more. It just seems like a weird spot where they're going to show up. Are they going to win? I don't know. But I love the plus 3.5 for USC.
Staying within.
And it's hard to go under here because I think if USC wins, I almost feel like it might have to go under. But
That's kind of where I'm at.
you know what? I'm just going to say screw it. I'm not going to bet this, but just over.
Over.
Yeah, over.
Over,
Points,
over.
points.
Over.
Last game, best game, by
yeah.
far, college game of the week. LSU at Alabama. Battle for the other side of the SEC. Whoever wins this game, pretty much walking into the SEC championship. They'll have 1 loss, and if they beat Georgia, or SEC champion, no matter what, always in the playoffs. So winner of this game, the path is there. Obviously, starting with you got the LSU shirt on. Spread is Alabama -3, total 60.5. Are we riding with the Tigers?
Listen, we have a rule on this podcast where we can't mortal our own team just because of bias.
Yeah.
If I could, I wouldn't make any other pick this week except one pick,
Wow.
and that would be LSU plus 3.
Wow.
I'm actually like every other week I've been all over our overs for point totals.
Yeah.
This is the 1 week I actually think it could go under. And I've actually I'm not going to bet the under because it's never missed.
You're so dialed with LSU, it's crazy.
So I'm gonna sprinkle on the over just because it's undefeated. So like, I'm not gonna get too crazy with my bias here, but I do think this is gonna be like at Bama is always a tough game. I think our defense though can Bama's offense isn't that good, and I think our defense can show up here. This is a huge game. Like we always get up for this game, and I just think we are a better team than Alabama this year. Like 100%. I think we can score.
Yep.
I just don't think they can keep up with our pace. I think this is the game we're going to win. I think we cover this. This is like, this might be, this is my game of the year.
Attention, this is a code red. Please follow lockdown procedures for your area. Repeat, this is a code red.
Oh! It's my game of the year. I have to. Game of the year. Game of the year.
And
No.
you can't even mortal it.
No.
Oh my God.
It's my game of the year. Go Tigers, baby. No. This game, I'm so.
Wow.
Oh my
Good
God.
luck. Good luck.
Wow.
Good luck.
All this entire year. Sorry. No, I'm just so
Holy
dialed on this game.
He's
No,
too
this
dialed.
entire year, I've been waiting for this game. Like Ryan had his Penn State game. Like he was. This is my time. This is LSU versus Bama. I'm juiced for this game.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That got me juiced
wow.
for it.
Yeah,
Mike,
I'm pumped.
are you riding with Mario here? Game of the
Oh
year?
yeah, and I cannot be any more happy that I independently am so heavily on this line for LSU. Bama has one loss this year, as thanks to my
Texas.
boys, Hook 'em Horns.
Needed that
With
loss. Thank you.
Yep, yes sir. With a 36-point loss at home. The most they've allowed opponents to score at home besides that is 21 points, which was Arkansas. And LSU, for those who don't know, is the #1 offense in the nation right now. They put up points for days.
I just want to point something out. You said a 36-point loss.
I think he meant they scored 36.
It was 34-24.
34,
They lost
sorry.
by 10.
So the most they've allowed at home is 34 to Texas.
yeah.
Besides that, Arkansas 21. But again, what I'm saying is I don't think Alabama is going to be able to contain LSU and their offense, Jane Daniels, and how explosive they are. And exactly like Mario said, Jalen Milroe is containable. Like they can be slowed down, they can be stopped, and I'm going all over LSU +3. And also just because I think it's more LSU's game to score, I'm going over 60.5.
Wow.
But
The over makes sense.
Love it.
Yeah.
I was betting this game strictly off of like the public money thing. This is one of the juiciest spots I've seen on this week.
27%.
74% of the bets are on Bama, but over 50% of the money is on LSU. So smaller bets, but the bigger bets are betting LSU. We've seen the line move, opened at 7 for Bama. It's down to a field goal.
I didn't know
So
that. Holy
big
smokes.
money coming in on LSU.
That field goal is just home turf.
Big money's coming on LSU.
You got to give Bama
Yeah.
the home turf advantage.
I really like the LSU +3, and I'll also never go against someone's game of the year. So, for sure on the card, LSU +3.
Bang.
I know live change. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Gonna do respect nature and take Bama -3 off my card.
Ooh.
Out of respect. Bama's played a lot of they've actually played the second most ranked teams in all of college football. They played a lot of ranked teams. They have a lot of experience. They only have one loss. It was to a good team, some ranked team in the country.
Yep.
A lot of good wins. Weird spot at home that I think a game I go back to is the Missouri LSU game, where Missouri's, in my opinion, doesn't have as good as offense as Bama. And I just think that they're going to score a lot of points, but won't be able to put up 59 like they did, or 39, whatever they did. And I'm going to take off my Bama -3, but I'm going to do the automatic 8-0 or 9-0, however many games they played over.
eight, yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
They're going to score points however many which way, losing, winning, doesn't matter. Points, points.
All
Taking
right.
off the card.
The respect, take off the
Yeah,
card.
game of the year, guys.
Tate,
In the wise words of Mario, they keep putting these lines at 60 and they just keep sailing over. So I don't know why you would stop betting it. So the over is the easy play here. But I'm not, like everyone said, I'm not going to go against someone's game of the year. And I think you heard it all from Mario. We're just going to ride with LSU +3.
woo!
That was game of the
Bang. Game of the year. Let's go.
It's my first ever game of the year.
I don't know if we had a better 6 games to
Never.
talk about.
No,
in a
that
row.
was
Every game-
electric.
Yeah, mortal, upset, game of the year.
Pac-12,
Pac-
like,
yeah, it was just
heavyweight,
craziness.
yeah.
Wow, that was electric.
That was
All right,
so fun.
Without further ado, it's time for the cards. Let's talk some bets.
Bang.
It is that time of the show where we give out all of our best bets, what we call the cards.
Oh, yeah.
Starting off with Mario, tell us every game you are taking this weekend.
Like every week, we're going to start off with Colorado, plus 13.5 against Oregon State.
The Buffs, I love it.
Dude, I think this is an easy cover spot for them, honestly. Georgia Tech +2. We're riding Georgia Tech for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah, you have to.
The auto bets.
It's weird
You
that they're
have
+2 against a 2-6 Virginia. That kind of worries me. I feel like such a fish.
I mean, Virginians look like
You're a
prime
fish, you
Alabama.
swim.
dude, no.
Both those teams are like the biggest. They're like this.
Yeah.
This whole, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Beat North Carolina last week. That was crazy. Next game, Nebraska -3 against Michigan State. Then we're going to hop over to Florida -6 against Arkansas. Sorry to put this game on my card, Tyler. I got the lifeline bet Notre Dame -3. That's fine. Clemson.
That's fine.
I just couldn't keep it off the card.
Yeah.
Next game, we're going to go with the Force. Air Force -18.5 against Army. Shout out Kyle.
Shout out.
Shout out, Kyle.
Next game, Florida State -21.5 against Pitt. Pitt is awful. Tulane -16.5 against ECU. Missouri +15.5 against Georgia. Sorry, Ed, if you're watching.
Friend of the pod.
I can't put it on the dogs this week. Next game, Oregon Cal over 57. Cal overs didn't be good last week.
They do good.
Next game, Kentucky -3.5 against Mississippi State. Mississippi State trash. Kentucky not too bad. They can cover.
Not as trash. Less trash.
Michigan, big spread. Big spread.
36.5 or
-32 against
8-0.
Purdue.
32, yeah.
8-0.
No, this is a game where they're going to win. Everyone's calling them frauds and cheaters. No, they're going to win 48-0. 49
Like they've done every game this year.
Exactly.
Next game, of course, the double dip. LSU +3 and the over. Like I said, don't love the over, but I have to auto bet.
And the
Until it
LSU
misses,
alt
I have to
spread.
auto bet.
Yeah. Game of the year.
Game of the year. Game of the year.
Game of the year.
LSU alt spread -3. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
That's
kidding.
not the game of the year. Game
I'm
of the year.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Boston College, Syracuse, over 51 points.
Over 51.
Boston College loves to score. Tennessee, first half against UConn, -21.5.
That's sharp.
Love
That is
it.
that
They're
is
going to
sharp.
come out of the gate swinging. They're going to
big
be up
number.
28-0.
Let me swing.
Next game, Ohio State, the Ohio State #1 team in the country, -18.5 against Rutgers. And last but not least, USC +3.5, as I mentioned earlier, against Washington. And that is the card.
You got a game of the year.
Card.
Got a game of the year.
Biggest bet. Mike, let's rip it off.
Adding. All right. Bang. Let's get into it. Starting with Hook 'em Horns. Go Texas. -4 against K-State. We're going to go Texas K-State under 50.5. Missouri +16 against Georgia.
15.5.
+15.5. Didn't scribble that. Scribble. Sorry, Ed. Bang, bang. Oklahoma State. Oklahoma under 60.5. LSU +3. Gonna ride with my boy. Game of the year.
Go Tigers.
Against Bama. Ohio State riding with my other boy. +18.5
Still
against
Buckeyes.
Rutgers.
Riding all your
Mike's a rider.
Plus 18.5. That's a big number.
But I'm not riding with you.
Plus 18.5.
I'm actually riding against you. Notre Dame -3 versus Clemson. Sorry. I love you still. South Carolina -15.5 against Jacksonville State. We're going to go Temple +6.5 against Navy. Navy sucks. Also, Air Force is way better. Go Armed Forces. Arizona State +11.5 against Utah. Utah also sucks. Pitt +21.5 against FSU. This is a really sketchy line. It should only be a sprinkle. FSU covers this only 66% of the time. I like the 33%.
Wait, that's it.
No. I love the 33% this week.
No, Mike loves living in that 33%.
I looked it up.
Wait, they cover this number.
Yes.
66%.
66%.
What do you mean by this number?
21.5.
Like,
And, like,
how many? What's the
how
sample?
big of
This
a
season,
sample
you mean?
size?
Just
Yeah,
that?
this season. Just this
The
season.
2 games they've been.
Or they're 2 and 3, or 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah.
I mean, that's
Okay.
Exactly
66.
Anyways,
It's gotta be the math.
moving on. Oregon -24. Go Bo Nix. Oregon State -13.5 because Colorado. And USC
Pride.
+3.5 against Washington because Michael Penix is a fraud.
Well, I've had a lot
he's
of
a
those.
fraud.
A lot of those picks.
That's
are
crazy.
crazy.
claim.
All right, it's time.
Let's hear it,
Last
Tyler.
week I was 9-9 because I picked 18 games like a square. How am I gonna ever pick an even number of games? You can't push on the
No,
week.
you got to go on.
19 games on the card this week.
Love it.
Let's go. Starting every card the same way. Air Force -18.5.
Shout
out, Kyle.
Then I'm gonna go over the games we already talked about. Texas -4, Clemson +3, Georgia -15.5, Oklahoma -5.5, USC Washington under 76, and SC +3.5. I'm doubling up on that one. And then obviously riding with Mario on his game of the year, LSU plus the 3. Now getting to the rest of the games. Georgia Southern -2 over Texas State. Love this game. Texas State's terrible.
Yeah, Texas State.
Southern Miss -2 over UL Monroe. I've watched too much UL Monroe football this year.
Now you're talking
They
about
are
language.
bad. Pittsburgh +21.5 at home against FSU. I think FSU wins by exactly 20. They win by exactly 20 points.
20.
So love that. This is a cover. UAB outright obviously they're +1. They win this game outright at home against Florida Atlantic. UAB at home actually a sneaky good team. Florida Atlantic's not good. UTSA -7.5 at North Texas. This is a slaughter. North Texas sucks. I've been against UTSA a lot this year. This line continues to creep outside of a touchdown. I think they win by like 14. Ohio State -18.5 at Rutgers. They just got the number 1 spot. They need to be convincing. They need to hold the number 1 spot up to the Michigan game. Can't be dropping games or even making it close against teams like Rutgers. This is a slaughter. It's on the road. Don't care. 3 touchdown win. Wake Forest +12.5 at Duke. Very, very surprised this is 12.5. Duke has looked terrible last week. I mean, oh my goodness.
Didn't
Riley
score a
Leonard scored 0 points. They're still, I don't think they have any business being 12.5 favorites against anyone right now. I was very wrong on Duke. Their defense played fine, but their offense is just abysmal.
Miserable,
So, yeah, Duke can win by 10. I actually think this is a close spot. Wake Forest could look to upset here. So I also like the over for that reason. I think Duke actually scores because Wake Forest is terrible, but that Wake Forest is able to put up points as well. A really weird line. Everyone's on the under. The whole public's on the under because of what they've seen. I think this is a fade the public over spot. So doubling up on a really random game there. Cal Oregon under 57. This line continues to creep down. I had it at 57.5 just 30 minutes before the podcast. It just moved again.
That's great.
Cal Oregon under. I love this under. Everyone's going to be over here. Everyone's seen what Cal's doing. They're all going over. UNLV New Mexico under 61. And last, Arizona +2.5 at home against UCLA. Arizona's handled business at home. They looked very good. And UCLA's kind of lost their mojo. Don't have much to fight for. So, yeah, that's the 19.
Wow. Holy
Okay.
smokes.
Love it.
All right.
All right. Time to just holy unload. We were 15-7 last week. Give me the same percentage wins with more games.
That's a great
Yes,
week.
sir.
Let's go
Manifest.
crazy. Starting off Thursdays, we got the Duke Wake Forest over 44. Like Tyler said, I think this will be a close game, but with points. Riley Leonard's back this week. Get some mojo going. Ohio State team total over 30. In case it's a weird road game where Rutgers scores a little bit, as long as they might not cover, but Ohio State will score a lot. Kansas State, Texas over 15.5. Both these teams score. Ole Miss -3.5 for Texas A&M. Ole Miss at home. Everyone forgets they're a 10th ranked team in the country. They'll prove it this game. Too small. Tennessee over 54 versus UConn. The over in the game 54. And Tennessee team total over 44. So I have Tennessee winning by a lot, but UConn might get a couple touchdowns at the end.
Hop in the first half line, too.
Double dip.
Every time I'm 1-6 and adding to my card, so I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
Just bet it.
Yeah, don't add it.
Yeah. Wisconsin -9.5 versus Indiana. This line's way too big. Principal bet should not be outside 4 points. South Carolina -15.5 versus Jacksonville State. Again, way too big. Jacksonville State's looking incredible this year. South Carolina is horrible. Easy bet. I have Virginia -2 versus Georgia Tech. This line it makes no sense. Virginia's not good. They look like prime Bama, like Tyler said.
No, this line makes
But
no sense.
I'm just going to bet the -2. My favorite bets of the week so far that have been leading up, North Texas UTSA over 71.5. They score so many points every week, and I love it. And then Memphis, South Florida over 68.5. Again, scores a lot of points. Triple dip in that game. Memphis -13.5. They've been playing really good football, and they score. And Memphis team total over 40. So we need points by Memphis by a lot. We have Florida State team total over 36 versus Pitt. They score a ton of points, cover or not, always score points. Oklahoma team total over 33 versus Oklahoma State. Bouncing back. Dylan Gabriel's got to have a big week this week or they're nothing. Maryland +9.5 versus Penn State. Terrible number. This number makes no sense.
Plus what?
9.5.
Maryland against Penn State.
5-3 Maryland against
I thought it was
1 loss
10.
Penn State.
No, it
I
went
not-
down to 9.5.
No, how did I not see this line?
All I'm saying it's 9.5. What? It might have gone to 10 right before the
No,
pod.
it's right.
Okay, 9.
10.
Oh, it is 10.
Oh,
It
it's
is
10.
My bad. It might have just
Get the extra half
even
point.
better.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that game. I don't know how
Maryland
I
plus 10 is a joke. This is one of the broken lines where everyone and their mama has to be on Penn State. It just has to be.
Yeah,
It doesn't
what?
make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm hammering Maryland.
Okay, yeah, no, add that to my card.
It
I have
just has
20.
to
I
be.
have 20 picks now. Maryland
Yeah,
plus.
it
10.
I didn't know what to bet on
I
this
didn't know
game.
that
so
was
I
a
just
thing.
Tell you might need to add one more.
Yeah, you're gonna have
pick,
to have one more for his
Okay,
card.
I'll figure
All
it
right,
out.
Tulane -16.5 versus East Carolina. East Carolina has 1 win on the season and they're terrible. Oregon Cal over 57. I'm not going to bet against Cal over ever in my life. Iowa State -2.5 versus Kansas. Kansas just had one of the biggest upsets of the year against undefeated Oklahoma Pack. How in the world are they underdogs in Iowa State? I mean, there's no chance. I had to bet Iowa State there.
Iowa State minus 2.5.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Add that to my card as well.
This just makes
Holy
no
smokes.
sense.
that makes actually no sense.
I have to bet it.
I'm gonna add that to
Yeah,
my
you just have to.
Alright, yeah,
You
I'm
have to.
add it.
Michigan minus 32 versus Purdue. We're going to go 9-0 on Michigan covers. USC team total over 33 plus the USC plus 3.5. I think they win by scoring a lot of points in that game. Their defense does suck though. LSU Bama over 60.5. If it ain't broken, don't change it. Washington State minus 13 versus Stanford. Way too big of a line. Washington State has literally lost 3 of the last 4 games. This should not be this big.
Yeah.
Easy murder. Oregon State minus 13.5 versus Colorado. Oregon State's sneaky good. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'll be the first one. They're going to kill Colorado. UCLA, Arizona under 51. It's going to be a defensive game because it's in Arizona. UCLA doesn't put up that many points. And how I've been ending every week, SMU team total over 34. They score literally 45 a week, and it's
They score
ridiculous.
100 points.
Never
Literally,
let
they
up
beat Temple
either.
59-0 or whatever.
Yeah.
I love it. Versus Rice. Murder. That's what.
Man.
Wow.
Big call.
All
Yeah.
right. I like that. I added 2 off of Ryan's card.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love
There
that.
you go.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Tate, round us out here.
All right, to start off the week against the grain, we're going Duke Wake Forest under 44. I'm gonna bet it until proven otherwise. Texas Kansas State over 50.5. We're gonna double dip Kansas State plus the 4 at Texas. Rice SMU over 59.5. Like Ryan said, SMU scores 1 million points. They might actually cover this over on their own.
I hope so.
Alabama LSU over 60.5. Virginia Tech plus 9.5 at Louisville. Weird sneaky spot. I like the line. We're going to go with the Oregon team total over a 40.5 against Cal. Cal clearly has no defense, and Oregon is at home. They're going to roll them. Iowa State, this was already on my card. Sick enough. Iowa State minus 2.5 against Kansas this week. 6 spot, no reason. Love it. Ohio State team total over, just added it. Team total over of 30 at Rutgers. South Carolina minus the 15.5 against Jacksonville State. And then my crappy pick of the week. Sorry, you guys. East Carolina plus 16.5 against Tulane.
Wow.
Tulane
He's so good.
is a fraud team. I'm not going to lie.
It might be,
they are
but
frauds.
East
Nope,
Carolina
they
has
might
one.
be a fraud team. Rice should have won that, or could have had a chance to win that game last week.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Tulane is not that team.
Wow.
East Carolina.
I mean, you can't not bet his crap pick.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
7-2
it's an auto bet.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. That's the cards.
Wow.
Now,
Juicy card.
yeah, that was a lot of picks. We had a game of the year. I'm so stoked on it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk some upsets.
Woo!
Upset time.
Ruff, ruff.
I'm going to start this week with the one person who actually hit their upset last week. You start barking.
Underdog. Ruff, ruff.
The underdogs. The underdogs. Actually, you know what? I was going to start with Ryan. I'm not starting with Ryan.
Start with the
underdogs.
dogs.
Go
Bark
ahead.
at him, Mike.
Bark at him, Mike. Talk to him, Mike.
Bark, bark. Actually, funny I say that because the dogs are going to die, right? And I'm talking about the Bulldogs. I already alluded to this previously.
Wow.
What a transition.
What a
Actually,
transition.
What a
That was
transition by
fire.
me.
That was
That was amazing.
You shouldn't have stopped it to say what a transition.
No, no,
in the
no,
middle
no,
of your
no,
thing,
no,
but-
no,
No, but yeah, that was,
Mike started a sentence and goes, that was a great start to a sentence. You've never seen a
no, I
sentence
didn't.
start like that.
Yeah, no, I did good.
All right, go ahead.
I
So
did
you're
good.
betting against Georgia.
Bang against Georgia. Here's why. Georgia looks beatable. They have looked beatable this past year. First example is going to be the 27-20 game against Auburn, which they were clearly losing in the first half to. And then second against Spencer Rattler at South Carolina, they won 23-13, I believe. But that 10-point difference came in the fourth quarter. I do not think that they're going to be able to contain Brady Cook, who has been going 15-3 this season. He's been electric. I mean, when it gets
You're talking touchdown interception.
touchdowns, interceptions, sorry.
He is very good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been cooking. I don't think Georgia's.
That's fire.
Oh man, I did it again.
You're so good. You're
Man,
so
I'm
good.
on fire. Yeah, that does. All right.
I have to bet this now. Like it's.
Well, you know what? I would just stop there because I
stop
just,
there.
That was
He's making
awesome.
good.
What was
That
the
was
line?
awesome.
Did we?
What's
see
the
the
line?
line?
Sorry, plus 590.
I was like, I
plus,
never-
plus 590.
Even
Absolute juice.
That's actually a
Juicy
ton of
or
value.
juice?
No,
Oh,
you
it's-
get you win that bet.
So much
No
value.
value.
At
So
least
much
one out of
value.
these 6 times.
0% of the time, you win that bet. Georgia wins.
That's my pick.
But no, I love the pick. Mario, where are we going for
My
the upset?
wordplay was.
Honorable mention. This isn't going to be my actual upset, but just LSU's plus 140. I'm going
Yeah.
to be sprinkling on that.
Game of
But
the
my
year. You have to.
actual
You have to.
official upset. It's Colorado.
Nothing,
Nothing
every
new.
week. The only
What's
way
the
I can
juice?
get back
What's
is
the juice?
Colorado if I bet them every week.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
They gotta
lost,
win eventually, right?
Yeah, they have to win one
They
game.
lost last
Oh,
week.
no, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, this week they're plus 375 against Oregon State. Listen, all we need is one DJ Avatar game. It's, I think a DJ Avatar game and like games that have like some sort of like national attention probably happen one out of every other game.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a 50% chance he's going to not show up. And Colorado's plus 375. So this
Too much
just
juice for
the
money.
math,
the value.
no, the math just makes too much sense. I ran the numbers. Colorado, they win by 1.
Yeah.
Plus 375.
Shadua.
So here's an upset that I'm doing with my heart. I usually pick them with my brain. This is a heart pick. I'm 0-9.
The brain's over
0-9. This is one of my lower odds. It's plus 550.
Oh, I beat you this week.
You did beat me.
Dang.
Jacksonville State plus 550 over South Carolina. Thesis. South Carolina.
You gotta get right with the heart.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, I love that.
No, I can't argue with that. That's just poetic. It's poetic. It's beautiful.
that's
I'm going to
words.
try to go back to back and get above on units for the year on my upset. I'm going to go Temple plus 220 versus Navy. I am doing this. This could be one of the worst picks of all time. Temple in their last 5 games
Terrible.
are getting outscored
Yeah.
by 32 points.
I had them as
Yeah,
my
they're
upset.
not
They
good.
lost 55
no, I love it.
Wait,
And
what?
I love it. Navy's won 3. Well, Navy's won 2 of the last 3 and played actually a great game against Air Force, who's ranked, like a really good game. They like were in it the whole game and only down by a touchdown.
I know. That was
And it's only a plus 6.5 line. Like this should be just, it should be way bigger.
Yeah.
Heart, Temple, plus 220. Let's get back on track. Back to back.
I like that game.
That's right.
I like that game.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the well. With a plus 550 line, we're gonna go with East Carolina, a 1-win East Carolina team
win.
I love this.
going to
That's your
Tulane.
crappy pick of the week and your upset.
And my upset.
Wow.
Oh, it's a double up.
Double up?
It's a double dip.
Wow.
You must really like these ECU Pirates.
Oh yeah.
Arg.
I just don't like Tulane. I think,
Okay.
I think they're frauds.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, there you have it.
Arg.
We gave you some juice there. 3 picks over plus
We got
500.
it. Are we 1-20?
We're terrible.
Yeah, we're
terrible.
not good at this.
These never hit. But
If you fade us, like
Dude,
you're
we used
print.
to be good.
No, you're rich. You parlay like
we were good
Yeah.
through week 1 of
Yeah,
college
I mean,
football.
our week 0 and week 1 were fantastic.
Yeah, and then after that, just fell off the wagon.
Really bad.
But yeah, I mean, there you have it. There's the picks. There
you go.
We can only do, we can do our
Pick
best.
show.
But now's the time
You know what you're getting.
for the Mortal Locks.
Bang, 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 bang.
It is that time of the show, everyone's favorite segment, where we give you our Mortal Locks, our best bets, our can't miss plays, and we parlay them together, giving you a free roll to win some money. This week, we have 4 games. 4 of us are in the Mortal Parlay. Michael is still relegated because he's lost 4 games in a row.
I'm dead.
This is his week to get back. We're going to start the parlay, though, with Tate. Tate, give us your Mortal Lock. What's the first leg of the parlay that the people are sweating?
Okay, my mortal lock this week on relegation watch.
Yeah, you've lost 2 in a row, so this is
Lifeline.
lifeline.
I've lost 2 in a row. This is my relegation game. It's also my game of the month.
Ooh!
There is a 0% chance this doesn't hit. 0% chance.
Do we have a game of the month and the game of the
One of the guys at this table is going to love it.
Holy smoking lolly.
Ohio State minus 18.
game of the year, game of the month. What is going on?
Big
my
bet.
God.
It's a big bet.
This
So
week is just electric.
Game of the week.
Over the last 9 years in a row that Ohio State has played Rutgers, they have not lost. I mean, they've won by 20 or more points
I love
every
that.
single game. 9-0.
Let's make it a
9-0. 9-0.
9-0.
49-10, 52-13, 49-27, 56-21, 52-3, back-to-back games scoring 50-plus points and 0 for Rutgers.
0!
Wow.
Wow.
I have some stats, so buckle in, boys.
Oh, I'm
This
strapped.
game is not just my game of the month. I researched for hours.
Oh, God.
There's a 0% chance this misses.
Oh, Lord.
Ohio State is a top 5 defense in almost every single statistical category in college football.
Yes.
Their pass defense
True.
is allowing the lowest yards per completion rate at 4.8 in the whole country. They're third in passing yards allowed total after facing quarterbacks like Austin Reed, Sam Hartman, Tulia Tagovailoa, and Drew Allar. Okay? This pass defense is electric, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Rutgers.
All right.
They're a run heavy offense with a dual threat quarterback. They're going to be losing this entire game. They're going to have to throw the ball.
Facts.
They're not going to be able to throw the ball on this Ohio State defense.
No.
No chance.
There's absolutely 0% chance.
No way.
Wow. Game
love
of the month and relegation game.
This quarterback threw
I'm
for
hammering this.
100 yards. Like he's thrown under 100 yards for multiple games this year.
don't
Not
think-
even a 200-yard game yet this year.
I don't think we've ever had more conviction in our first leg of the parlay.
Yeah.
There's not even any crazy weather in this game.
It's just a
60
win.
degrees, sunny, not even a
Beautiful
lot
New
of
Jersey.
beautiful New Jersey. Like 7 mile per hour winds.
Yeah, it's a shithole state, but
That's electric.
I'm
right.
They just got ranked number. They just
Calling
got
out
ranked
New
number
Jersey.
1. They're going to roll over. They're going to go 10-0. All
right.
Against this Rutgers team.
I like it. There's your first leg.
Ohio State game of the month minus 18.5.
Decade game.
G-O-T-O.
Game of the decade.
All right, Ryan.
0% chance loss.
You saved a game earlier that we talked about.
We did. Going back, I know we had the Missouri-Georgia game.
Oh my
We had
gosh.
some people saying there's no way Georgia loses.
No way.
We had some people having Missouri as their upset. We had some people loving Missouri in the number.
Yep.
Georgia.
Oh.
Missouri. Over
Okay.
54 and a half.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
That was almost my moral.
love that.
That was almost my moral.
When you said that, I know there's no way I lost the bet.
Yeah.
There's honestly no way I lost the bet. It's like locked in
bars are
stone.
sharp.
I want to freak out inside. All I know is that regardless of any outcome of the score, this is going over. If you want Georgia to win and they rake them, Georgia's is the fourth best points per game team in the country.
Yeah.
They rake and score a ton.
Yeah.
With Missouri going to score 14, 17, 21, go over the over.
Yeah.
If Missouri wins, it's going to be a fucking battle to win that game.
Oh, yeah.
Missouri gives up a ton of points. LSU, they give up 39. All these teams give up a ton of points.
Yep.
Missouri's averaging 37 points per game against ranked opponents and
They
played
can
3
move
of them
the
this
ball.
year. They can move the ball. Georgia's known to move the ball. This is going to be murder. I love it. Over.
Oh, I love it.
Bang.
I'm all over.
Bang.
I love these legs.
Points.
God.
That's electric. I love that so much.
Please add to the hype.
I am going to add to the hype. The last 4 weeks, I started this year awful in Mortals. I was relegated. As soon as I got out of relegation, I am 3-4 in my last 4 weeks because I have been doing something every single week. I've been looking at public money. I've been taking the line that I like the most, where the biggest number of bets by the public are on one team and the biggest percentage of the money is on the other team. There was one line on a total that stood out so heavy, I could not make it my mortal.
Wow.
My mortal lock this week is Wisconsin, Indiana over 45 points. Let me just tell you the stats on this. 70 Right here. 70% of the bets are on the under of 45. 89% of the money is on the over 45.
Wow.
89, there's 90% of money on a line with only 30% of the bets.
Wow.
This is the biggest sharp line you will ever see. This is a huge discrepancy.
No, I love that. That's
People,
too sharp.
this
love
is
that.
a hammer line. When I saw this, I was like, already like my gut was like, oh, this could be points. And I looked at the numbers. I was like, there's no way I'm getting away from this as my mortal. Like this is exactly what I look for in games. It's 3-4 the last 4 weeks. I'm continuing to ride with it. Same way I found Auburn last week is the under.
Obsessed.
I'm riding. Yep. Over 45.
Wow. I love all these bets.
Yeah. The last leg of the parlay. Give it to
Come
us.
on.
Yeah, the
Bring
great,
it
it
home.
doesn't even matter what it
Bring
is.
it home.
82 Immortals.
This feels honestly like I'm not just saying this. Like this is the week it hits. It almost feels like destiny. I've never once just changed my mortal that I loved. I loved that over, and then for some random reason I was like, no, let me just find a different line. Like I don't know what came over me. I just decided to look for a different line.
So you have the
boy.
Mario juice on
Oh,
it.
boy.
And this is weird. Like I'm not kidding when I say this. When I was 6-2 on Mortals, I had a dream that I went 9-2. Like something like just like a small part of like my dream. I was 9-2.
This is a dream bet.
It's a dream.
That's
And
sick.
literally, so like I just feel like
And you're 8-2 right now.
I'm 8-2. I feel like this is just written in the stars. Like something made me give my bet to Ryan. Like everything, Tate 9 years in a row hasn't missed.
Yeah.
The sharp, like I just feel like this is the week it has to hit.
We're hammering this.
My mortal this week is going to be Texas A&M Ole Miss over 54.5.
Bang.
Wow.
Bang.
Wow.
Don't even question it.
I love
Don't
that.
even question it.
Jackson Dart.
Points.
Points.
Oh my God.
Jackson Dart, big week this week.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So
Wow.
you have
Johnson.
the over in the Ole Miss game, the over in the Wisconsin-Indiana game,
The over.
the over in the Georgia game.
Yep.
And then the game of the month in Ohio State minus 18.5.
Relegation, game of the month.
Bang.
If those 4 bets hit, we are paying out one subscriber who likes and comments on the videos $1,100.
Bang.
Holy smokes.
This is the Destiny week.
This is
We're not
points
going
week.
to.
This is a
no, we
points week.
are paying.
Yeah.
someone.
No,
It's gonna happen.
It's destiny.
No, it's happening.
No, it's
Yeah, it's
fate.
happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Most electric week of college football. This is.
Woo-wee.
It's time to do it.
Strap in.
Strap in.
No, strap in.
Literally strap in.
Literally all in.
Buckle
We
up,
have a game
boys.
of the month, game of the year, destiny week.
we
Everything's
have to
just.
be all in.
Big, oh, wow.
Michael,
I really
you're
wish.
relegated. Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead and give
Mike's
it.
getting out
I
this week,
really
I
wish
feel
I
it.
could be adding to your juice, but don't worry. I hope you guys heat up all the cash for me because we're weighing this week and then we're weighing next week with a 5-teamer.
Love it.
But I told you I'm gonna put a pause on them, on one of them. This is gonna be the Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State game.
Yep.
Look, in between clips, Ryan asked me. He goes, "Mike, is your mortal a heart bet?" And you know what? I didn't answer him because the reason why is it started as a heart bet, and then I looked into it more, and it became a brain logic statistical.
A brain and heart.
Holy moly!
what
I
happens.
might be the CEO of statistics or the
Yeah.
part 2. You know.
I know.
So that was well
Let's
said.
dive into it. On the surface,
articulate.
Oklahoma State, 4-game win streak. Oklahoma coming off loss to Kansas. Big loss. I know.
He knows.
Let's go into the players. Ollie Gordon on Oklahoma State. Holy smoking lollies. I mean, this guy, past 4 games, hold on. Let's play a game. We're taking a game.
I wanna play.
No.
All right, play game.
How many yards do you think he has averaged rushing in the past 4 games?
I'm going to say
137.
100.
Way up.
350 yards.
Whoa.
Way down.
210.
Close. It was actually 214.25 rushing yards
He's averaged that?
on the past 4 games. One of the past 4 games, including Kansas State. Kansas State
feel like that can't
is
be
the
true.
number 28 rushing defense in the nation. They allow 132.6 rushing yards per game. And that is 124.1 rush yards per game. Now we're going to compare that to Oklahoma's rush defense, which is number 48. They allow 132.6 rush yards per game. I think Ollie Gordon is going
Big
to be
game.
able to run over them. I think they're going to be able to control the tempo of this game. I think being at Oklahoma State, it's going to be really tough for Oklahoma to just blow them out.
Yeah.
I mean, home underdogs always keep it somewhat close.
Wow.
I'm going to go with the running back who's been absolutely on fire, an Oklahoma team who looks beatable after last week, and Oklahoma State team who is running on the momentum of the past 4 games.
So plus 5.
Let's get back into this mortal parlay. Plus 5.5, Oklahoma State, bing, bang, boom.
Woo!
Yeah,
Get
that
back.
was electric.
Bang. Wow.
Quick edit. I got a little ahead of myself.
I didn't wanna
My
say it.
brain was telling me there were still 5 legs in the parlay. That pays 1,100.
Oh.
4 legs will pay you 650 bucks.
Okay, still
So
getting
it
650.
pays you 650. I got way ahead of myself. Had to make the edit, or else I was like,
Yeah.
wait, we're gonna just owe a bunch of money that we didn't even bet. This is 4 legs, 4 best bets. Mario says it's gonna hit. He's been having gut feel. $650. All you have to do, like, comment,
Oh my
subscribe.
gosh.
I
Game
mean,
of
this
the
is-
month, game
it's
of the
free.
year.
Yes.
4-legger that's automatic.
We got a lot going on. This was an electric episode.
This is a good one.
This is one of my
This is a
favorite
good one.
episodes we've done. There's so
For
much
pure
fun.
betting, this might be the
This
most
is-
electric episode.
Yeah, this
There's
was
going
one.
to be a lot of money this week pending between
Yeah.
the 5 of us.
This is
Oh,
one of the
this is
best.
ridiculous.
This is one of the best episodes we've done.
I'm going home,
$650.
Or
Literally just
I'm
waiting
buying
for
a
you.
mansion.
All you have to do, Tate, tell them what do they need to do. $650 for free. How do they get it?
Game of the month, game of the year. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Show us a friend, share with a friend, turn the notification bell on right now because you're gonna win money this week. Ding!
Happy Thursday. Good luck on all your bets. We'll see you tomorrow for the NFL episode on Friday.
Zip lining out of
Game of the year, game of the year, game of the year, Destiny Week.
Game of the year.